Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Chotti from Consequences Podcast, the story behind the song. And today I'm thrilled to have Gerry Casale of Devo here to talk about a special offer that's exclusively available to Consequence, you and the Consequence audience. And it is an amazing collectible box set that we'll talk about. So, Gerry, first of all, welcome.
Well, welcome back.
Yes, good to see you. So, let's first talk about how this collectible came to be, and then I'll show it a little bit. But why don't you give the story behind it and why you got involved?
Yeah. Quite simply, why we got involved when the opportunity was presented to us was that unlike a lot of opportunities that come along for Devo that seem sketchy and bogus, this was something that I could totally relate to. I do like vodka and I drink vodka, and I drink potato-based gluten-free vodka. And when I tasted this vodka, this organic potato-based vodka, it was possibly the best potato-based vodka I've ever tasted. And that, combined with the fact that Devo, in our little alternate universe that we started creating years ago with populating with characters and phrases and alternate terms, we called our fans Spuds. You know, much like Lady Gaga called her fans little monsters, right? It was a term of endearment. And the reason we called them Spuds is we ourselves used to, growing up, call ourselves Spuds. Because the potato to us represented like the unheralded baseline sustenance in this world, right? Yeah. Potatoes, always underestimated, always overlooked, but yet they're very odd. They can conduct electricity. They have eyes all around, and they were known to keep whole societies alive during famine. So it was
the right fit. So it was a good fit.
It was a complete good fix. Yep.
Yeah. So, and I'll show it a little bit, but you, Gerry, and the band, you were involved in every step of the way in creating this. So this is unique. This is something that is very authentic to Devo, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. But that's something that's really special about this as well. And it's a collectible. It's completely high end all the way, and I'll show a little bit of it. So look at the size of this box set, and it's absolutely beautiful. And as I open it up, I'll tell you a little bit more about the vodka. But as you can see, there's branding all around. It's all Devo, all the time. I'll take this off and I'll open this. And you can see, once I open, you have this flap. So it's almost like a book. This is something that you could proudly have on your bar or on your bookshelf. You open it up, there's a card that talks about the story behind this collectible and why Devo is involved, and it's uniquely a part of this package.
Right.
And you can see there's artwork on the flip side as well. Now, Gerry, tell us a little bit about this image that you see. And as you can see on this, the cards are actually individually autographed by each of you in the band.
Yeah.
And so
that was important.
These are not printed on. There's only 1,500 of these for everybody out there. There's only 1,500 of these box sets. It's a limited edition. And every single one of these 1,500 is signed by each individual member of the band. And so, Gerry, tell us a little bit more about this image and that has never been seen before.
Yeah, we tried to put something in, because we're visual artists and we cared about this package, obviously. And we wanted to put something in there that nobody had seen and nobody could have. And what that is a printout of 9 frames, 9 35 millimeter film frames of a computer output back in 1981 It was called the Cray computer, the first digital computer in Los Angeles. And we were creating backgrounds for tour that would be projected behind us in 3D. And we worked with John Whitney of Digital Productions. And these are the wireframe models of the 3D red hats floating through space, twirling through space. And then, of course, they were applied with the red surface later. But the first step is to do the wireframe 3D model. And that's what you're seeing there. And that's just totally not anything that would have ever shown up otherwise. So we put it in this package to make it unique. Because after all, as you said, Peter, this is a collectible. That's the whole point of this, is that you're buying, a collectible piece of art. There's only 1,500 of them ever, and they will accrue in value. And, it's almost like you want two of them because you want one you never touch. You don't want to drink the vodka. You want to keep the package.
And that's what's really cool about this, Gerry. So one of the things is you open this up, you take off what Gerry was just talking about, the individually autographed insert of never before seen imagery. Then you have this customized inset with 2 bottles of Trust Me Vodka, which is award winning. And you can see that they're customized with the iconic hats. And here we have the iconic Devo suit. And so these are beautiful bottles. They're art in a bottle. That's what Trust Me is known for, art in a bottle. But Gerry, one of the things that was critical to you, because you own a winery in Napa, is the actual quality of the vodka. Absolutely.
Yeah, this would have been a non-starter if the vodka hadn't been good, at least for me, because that's certainly the baseline point. And as I mentioned earlier, that vodka is really, really good.
So as I put this away, one of the things for everybody in part that makes this offer to Consequence audience particularly exciting is that, as Gerry mentioned, this is such a beautiful set that's a collectible. So many of you may not want to break into it to actually drink the vodka because you want to keep it pure, you want to keep it that way. Well, so as part of this exclusive offering to all of you out there, that we are actually, Gerry's throwing in with Trust Me Vodka, another separate bottle of Devo customized Trust Me Vodka, just one of the bottles like you saw there. So an extra bottle, so you get 3 bottles. And that is something outside of the box that you can actually, for those of you who want to simply collect and not touch the box, you have that for your drinking pleasure. So that's another really interesting and cool thing a part of this offer to all of you out there.
Right. So you can drink and collect.
You can drink and collect. And this is something, just so everybody knows, that this would be valued at a total of $450. High end all the way. But what Consequence, for all of you who's out there, Consequence and Trust Me are taking $100 off that. So it's going to be available to you for $350. And by the way, that includes all taxes, all shipping, and all handling. And so that's quite a price for something like that. And that's only available here. You won't be able to find that anyplace else. So
yeah, I mean, when you physically handle the box, you're impressed with the fact that it's not just a cardboard box. It's high quality construction, meant to be something that lasts, something you can put away and it won't be destroyed. And then the card stock used on the imagery inside is really, really high quality stuff. And I was just impressed beginning to end with how well it was made.
Yeah, no, and exactly. And I felt the same way when I received mine too. And the packaging, everything is high-end quality all the way. So, So Gerry, that's a really cool project that you're involved in. And it's the first of its kind with this high-end vodka brand. And it was the perfect fit, like you said, because the spuds and potato and vodka all go together. But in addition to what you're doing with Trust Me, what are some of the other things that you and Devo look forward to be doing as we get into 2022?
Yeah, well, we intend to play a cluster of shows in 2022, and possibly create a new song or two, believe it or not, finally. And around those songs would be possibly an NFT offering, because the music would be original. We want to construct it as only Devo should, right? In modular form, so that using algorithms and AI programs, we could have as many as 10,000 variations on mixes with different instrumentation, different compositional arrangements, different verses being sung by different members of the band. And we would let the programming, the AI, choose what those compositions would be. I mean, it'll all work musically. It won't be a mess, but it will be unique, so that if you get one of those, no one else will have exactly the same mix.
Yeah, no, that's fascinating. And I think it's really exciting. First of all, you mentioned, of course, touring, and I've seen you tour several times, and it's an amazing show that you all put on. But also the fact that you tease new music, that's exciting for all of you who are out there. That's really exciting. And then the fact that you're also getting into the NFT space, because again, that seems like a natural fit for Devo, and you've always been tech forward and leading the way.
Yeah, and I just think it's a way for visual and audio artists like ourselves to try to maintain somewhat of control over the intellectual property, rather than just watch it go out the window and somebody else makes a lot of money and Devo doesn't get any. So this is like if an artist in a gallery sells a painting, early on in his career, right? His or her career. And it didn't sell for that much because they're new. Well, they never see another penny when they see that painting at auction 10 years later for $3 million. But in NFTs, that's not true. The artist gets a piece of the action down the road for having done something right up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you start getting into that space in 2022, I'd like to interview you again and talk about that whole process. But the overall, whether it's an NFT or the Devo collectible here, the vodka project, these are all collectibles that increase in value and high end all the way. And so so Gerry, thank you for telling us about that and giving us a little preview of what you have in store for 2022.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Look forward to hosting you again on the story behind the song and breaking into some of the other, breaking some new ground about some of your other songs and your upcoming new projects. So,
and thanks for talking to me about it. And remember, it is the holiday season, so I think that the Devo Trust Me Vodka collectible is apropos of this month.
If ever there were a time to have a cocktail, it's this month and into the new year of 2022.